J. Cole fans are trying to gaslight me.
Don't wanna hear me no more. Fuck them little sympathy Grammys. You niggas try hear me, bitch. Don't even give me no more.
What's up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join that membership. And all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. On my wall behind me, I got a couple figurines from a movie called The Matrix. I got Neo, Trinity, a guy named Mr. Smith, who is formerly known as the agent in the film. But one of my favorite characters in that trilogy is the Merovingian, aka the Frenchman. And I like him because he's very calculated. He is a trafficker of knowledge and data. And one of the lines he says is, "Of course I know. It is my business to know." And in this world of YouTube, I would be remiss to not see patterns and trends and data, the way it flows and where things are going and where they're going to be. I told you a few months ago when this album dropped by J. Cole that I saw a shift. I saw a serious shift, right? That what was bad became good, what was good became great, and everything that you thought you knew before that album dropped, before that teaser for that album dropped, all of that changed when that album dropped. Everything, I want to say pre-2026 has started to shift right around the time that album dropped, and when it dropped, it solidified it. But what I am trying to say is it's my business to know where and why these things are going. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to say something that's going to sound funny. It is absolutely 100% no longer cool in the slightest to hate on or say something negative about J. Cole. That time is over. You, as a YouTuber, you've hit a brick wall. And I saw this coming. Whether you're being honest or not, whether you're just making a point or not, whether you're speaking truth or not, anything negative about J. Cole is considered hate. And therefore, you are being unceremoniously attacked from all angles. But it's not the easy attacks where they just come in like blunt force objects, gang. I'm just going to be honest. Salute to my J. Cole fans. I've been saying this for a while, that they are something different. And it is not what it used to be, where you could just speak your mind about Drake or these other artists, these clear-cut, 100% super villains, like I like to say, and you would either get a yay or a nay, and people would move on. The J. Cole fans have a very specific power, and they can kind of bend things and make you think that what you're saying isn't accurate anymore. They're way more cerebral than Drake fans, I'm just going to be honest. And at some point, even the best YouTubers, the best commentary guys, the best social media influencers, for lack of a better word, even when they know what they're saying is accurate and true, 5, 6, 7, 10 of these J. Cole fans, salute again the J. Cole fans once again, because you guys are on your shit. But you come in and you wear niggas down. You wear them down, and they start thinking and they start questioning themselves. And to the point where it is right now, we just saw J. Cole drop a verse where he clearly, it's not even a question. In the hip-hop world, when we study lyrics and lyrical cadences and techniques and sneak dissing, when someone does that, we used to be on the same page. Gang, I've never seen nothing like it is now. Because once that fall off record dropped, oh man, all plausible deniability is now back in style. Everything can be construed, misconstrued, reconstrued, and all kind of screws, right? Right now, when something is up, J. Cole fan will tell you it's down if it's what will fit the narrative of a J. Cole fan. And what I'm trying to say is, what I'm about to talk about, gang, I'm going to be honest. You're not going to see many YouTubers discuss this. I'm just going to be honest. Why? Because the data says it ain't cool to knock or be negative toward J. Cole in any kind of way. As a matter of fact, everything is back to normal, is back to business, as if it never changed and never stopped. Because look around your YouTube algorithm, 99% of the YouTubers are going crazy over this new song. They're breaking down the lyrics. They're not even touching on the Grammys line in here, which most of us can see clearly that the only reason to bring up the Grammys is because Kendrick just won the Grammys a month ago. In real world, right? I don't know about this Matrix world that we've become captured in, what's going on right now. But I've already had at least 50 people tell me that I am crazy and I'm reaching. But we're going to have this discussion. I don't know if you guys have heard the Mike Will made it song OFG featuring J. Cole. If I'm saying that right. It is a new track, OFG. Mike Will made it featuring J. Cole. It just dropped today. And the internet is abuzz about these lines in here. Now, what I'm saying when I say we're in a new era where the data says you have to go with the flow with Cole, most YouTubers know that. And they are not going to even address the Kendrick line to some of us who are actual lyricists and really read bars for a living. They are not going to touch on this as a Kendrick diss or sneak diss. It is 100% a sneak diss, and I'm going to get to that. But at the end of the day, the J. Cole fans gang, they crafty gang. You guys are smart, and I'm going to give you your props because you got these guys scared to even touch it. Most of these YouTubers will not touch it, I promise you. By this time tomorrow and by this time the day after that, you will not see a whole bunch of videos talking about J. Cole sneak dissing. Oh no, this is not in style no more. It's not fashionable. At one point, you would have seen 100 of them. Gang, they read the room. Right now, these J. Cole guys come in your comments and they're not, like I said, they're not blunt force. They're meticulous. They start to pick at your narratives and they start to pick at what you're saying. And by the time you finish reading them, you start to question yourself. It's very, very cerebral. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to be the last guy standing because it ain't that many left that's going to actually tackle this topic. I got the lyrics pulled up. But they want to say, Charles, you're not reading this right. You're reading too much into this. J. Cole has always been against the Grammys. You're putting too much onto this verse. These lines, these you're trying to overthink this. It's a subtle, just a redirect. You know how a child gets out of hand in class or school and they just kind of subtly redirect them 3 or 4 times, and now he thinks it was his idea to go play with the blocks? And he thinks it was his idea to sit on the rug and be quiet. But he was redirected several times, subtly, right? So a lot of these YouTubers have been redirected like, no, that's not what Cole meant. We've been getting a lot of that for the last couple months. The last couple weeks and months that this guy has been back in the zeitgeist. We've been getting subtly redirected. No, guys, wouldn't be Cole. He would never say such a thing. He would never mean that. That would never happen. There's no way he ever meant that. He actually meant this, right? It wouldn't work with Drake. They tried it a lot, but we knew what Drake was saying was straight up. We knew Drake was a cat and a fiend, right? So we dismissed that talk, right? We dismissed it. Get out of here. We know exactly what he mean, right? And he was never trying to be coy about the shit, right? This dude's he's just a brickhead, so he just says the shit. But this other guy, right? J. Cole. Like I said, I know I'm the last one standing, and I know it's going to be people getting mad and unsubscribing and doing whatever they want to do, but I'm still here regardless. And what I'm going to say is going to be the facts. And what it is you can say it's not true or you can say it is true. None of this is malicious of what I'm trying to say. I'm just telling you, as an MC, this is how I read it. But what it is we used to say, okay, Drake said this is what it was. Now, with Cole being Cole, and with this, he's still coming back with this, oh, shucks. He just got the interview. I'm not even going to touch on the interview today. I saw mad clips of the interview. We're not talking about the interview. I'm not getting into that today. That's for another video, right? The interview with Nadeska. Shout out Nadeska. She got the interview that a lot of you guys were scrambling trying to get, okay? So it couldn't have happened to a nicer person. Thank you, Thank you for giving Nadeska this interview, Cole, okay? But what I'm going to say this, we still got to call it like we see it, gang. We still got to see it when it's a sneak diss. I need somebody to explain. I just want to get into a couple scenarios. And then I want an honest opinion from the Cole fans who are surely going to get in these comments and gaslight me more and tell me that I'm crazy and I don't see it like that, OG. And you're okay to have that opinion. But I'm going to put out a few scenarios, right? First, I'm just going to tell you the egregious part of what some of us have seen as a sneak diss, right? And me being the Merovingian, right? I kind of have to know these things. So let me read the lyrics, and we're going to get there to how this is clearly exactly what it sounds like, but they're trying to gaslight me by saying no, because he's always been against the Grammys. But all of a sudden, here we are with a Grammys diss, and now he's fucked them little sympathy Grammys, the two that he got, the one with Lil Durk and the other one with 21 Savage. The only two that he has now is fuck them little Grammys, right? So I'm going to read some. I'm not reading the whole thing. Let me just say this is a good record. This motherfucker flowing his ass off. He flipping. He going nuts. He's an MC. He's MC. We never said he couldn't rap. This motherfucker is rapping so good, he's making motherfuckers forget whatever happened. He's making him backing out of the battle seem like ancient history. He's back to most of these guys. So this is where we are. I get it. I'm the last one standing. Me, deleted, maybe Big Zo, like two other niggas. There's probably 5 of us left that still see this shit for what it is. And that's okay, right? It's hard out here for a pimp, but we still pimps. And we doing what we do, okay? So end of the day, let me read this, and I'm going to let you decide. But I'm going to just say this real quick. If Tupac won a Grammy in January and Biggie came out in February talking about fuck them little sympathy Grammys, I don't want no award, would you think he would think that was a diss? I need you to be honest. I need you guys to be honest. You guys play a lot of cerebral games with me in the comments, and that's okay. It's okay. But I need you to be honest. If Tupac was alive and won a Grammy in January and was highly passionate about them Grammys, holding them up, taking pictures, he gave a speech. He was one of the Kendrick is at like 27 Grammys, some shit like that. And then not even a month and a half, 2 months later, not even but a few weeks later, one of his guys that used to be his friends and now we're foes, right? Says, fuck them sympathy Grammys. Fuck them little sympathy Grammys you niggas try to hand me. Bitch, don't even give me no award. This is what J. Cole just said in a freestyle or a verse. But the J. Cole fans want to gaslight me and tell me I'm tripping. All right? So let me read these lyrics from this song, right? And J. Cole fans and non-J. Cole fans alike, we can have this conversation. I'm just going to read some of this. It says, these rapping ass niggas is not even rich. Why they don't pull a little pitch in the hood? Why'd I go smash that little bitch in the wood? Why'd they try to cancel a nigga like me? I would think they could see my intentions was good. Okay? Let me keep going. He's still kind of like trying to let me be who I am. I'm trying to be a good guy. Why you want to cancel me? Nobody's trying to cancel you, but it's okay. It's okay, right? I got a video coming about how hip hop is where it is right now. That's a whole nother conversation. We're gonna get there. Let me continue. Been a long time since my mentions was good. He's acknowledging it's crazy out here. My name is all fucked up out here. It's all messed up right now. Right? Like Diddy say. Let me continue. Been a long time since my mentions was good. I need to catch up on Richard and Morty. Last night, this hater tried to walk in my section. Low key, I miss giving dick to a shorty. Didn't blow it up. This is just a recording. My mind's like a crime scene and I'm just reporting. Sometimes I feel like ain't shit left to say. When I'm 10 projects in and I'm over 40, maybe I told every story. Maybe they don't want to hear me no more. Fuck them little sympathy Grammys. You niggas try to hand me. Bitch, don't even give me no more. Wards. Put me right back on that list that had Pac and Biggie, Bob Marley, Snoop Dogg, and the Locks. And niggas like that who ain't never get props. All of them get props. Let me continue. I'm watching this Vlad interview with Young Jock. He talking, explaining his fallout with Block. Stop. Someone called my phone so the video stops. I let it ring out, dog. It don't make no sense. I never pick up. Can't these niggas take hints? Stop hitting me, please. I don't want to be friends. I barely hang out with the ones that I have. Can't go to the club no more and chase bitches no more. Only that went away, then what we have. Once that went away, then what we have. I'm not reading no more because I want you to focus on the part where I, myself, and others believe there is sneak dissing. Like I said, there will not be a lot of YouTubers talking about this because it ain't cool no more. It ain't cool no more. You could talk about Drake all day, but if you say something about Cole, they coming in droves, gang. I'm just going to be honest. And I'm not dissing the nigga. I'm just telling you what he said. To me, sound like a sneak diss. I don't know how you could take this as a diss, but I'm telling you, I'm not dissing the dude. I'm just telling you what he said. To me, sound crazy. You just dropped the Fall Off, which is supposed to be your last record. You've been telling us for 10 years that when the fall off come, you're done. It's supposed to be the story of a guy who actually fell off and retired from the business. We already got a new record. We got the mix CD before the record, and then we got the record, a double disc at that, an hour and 41 minutes long, and not even, it wouldn't have been a month. It barely a month. We got a new verse on a Mike Will Made It album. So there is no retiring. That shit was a myth. But I said that before this shit even came up. That I said he's not sound like a nigga. He keep calling himself the future of rap. So there is no retiring. So we right there where he's still writing, he still got his pen game, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, we are going to explain and talk about when we hear these sneak disses. To me, when you say fuck them little sympathy Grammys, so J. Cole has only got 2 Grammys in his life. He submitted allegedly for all of the albums that he put out. He submitted them all for the Grammys, but he's always dissing the Grammys. He only got 2 Grammys, and he only got the 2 Grammys from the 2 features, Lil Durk and 21 Savage. So if I'm correct. So he got those 2 Grammys. Now, on here, he's saying, fuck them little sympathy Grammys. If I'm 21 and Durk, I feel a way. Because I'm proud of my fucking Grammys. Right? I put you on a song with me, and you end up getting something you could never achieve on your own. And now they sympathy Grammys. It's disrespectful on so many levels. But again, these very cerebral and very logical and well-spoken, well-mannered J. Cole fans gonna come in here and give me every single kind of way to break that down. Like, oh, he didn't mean it that way, Charles. You're overreacting. Well, it ain't nothing. He don't like the Grammys anyway. Now, let me ask you a question. If Cole had won Grammys in January, and by March, Kendrick was saying, fuck them Grammys, what would the tone be over there in Dreamville? See, the thing, this is my problem with it. It becomes a nice sugar-coated tone when Cole say it. It becomes real nice and smooth. Nice and smooth is good to go, right? Remember nice and smooth? Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme. Listen, everything is worked out. Everything gonna be all right, like Naughty by Nature say. When Cole say it, his fans come out in droves to smooth it over. To say, nah, son, that ain't what he meant, son, done. Not Cole. He would never. They do mental gymnastics to make shit sound like it ain't that serious. Let me ask you another question. If Jay-Z just won when Jay-Z was winning his Grammys and in fucking January, and LL Cool J come out with a freestyle, and 2 months later saying, fuck them little Grammys, who you think gonna think it was a diss? How many scenarios can I give you to this? How many scenarios can I give you of this before it sounds crazy? Because I think it's still going to be cold people in my comments that didn't get this far in the video, still going to try to tell me that I'm bugging out. There is not a rapper on earth that will win a Grammy in January, and then a guy that he had all kind of friction with that he literally said, ain't no bridges left with this guy, burnt them all, who comes out in March with a verse talking about fuck them sympathy Grammys. But only a J. Cole fan would try to cerebrally mind F me and try to tell me he didn't mean it that way. You got it wrong, Charles. He didn't mean that. I must be slow because I don't think that that's correct information. Like the Frenchman, the Merovingian. I don't believe it. I don't believe that that is a slip of the tongue or he meant it some kind. Why is he even thinking of the Grammys? He has to know that that's going to trigger something, even if he didn't mean it at Kendrick. Kendrick just won 5 Grammys. Why would you not think that that's to him? If anything, you're playing in our faces because you're trying to make it like, nah, you're trying to touch on something that we all going to think it is anyway. Just like your boy La Russell. Touching on shit, and then when the pot get too hot, he want to back away. But like I said, the pot ain't gonna get too hot. Because this guy at this point, all the goodwill has returned. It's like nothing ever happened. And the ones like me who do still speak on it, well, what they calling us in the comments, haters. We got to forget that the 7-minute drill even happened, gang. Because the Fallout came out. It's really good, right? So what are we still talking about this old shit for? Right? And I know some people, they get mad at me for my cold takes. I would advise you not to watch these videos. And I've really been laying off this dude actively. I have actively, like I said, I'm the Merovingian gang, and I know the data speaks. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even care enough to keep speaking on this guy. Really wasn't much to say. I could have went on a tirade on this guy with this Toyota or whatever it was, the Honda Civic with the new engine. I could have did 15 videos on that. I was like, no. No, because I don't care enough to get in the cerebral back and forth with these guys. But I see it now. It's some Professor X shit. They got everybody on YouTube back in business. Well, most of these YouTubers are fans of the guy anyway. Super fans of him. So they was never going to stay on board with that anyway. Silly me to think these motherfuckers was going to actually uphold some hip-hop shit. Silly me. What the fuck was I thinking? Now, I can't wait to see if we really crashed and burnt when the Zeissman come and 80% of the fucking reactors are just nonstop reacting and talking about what's good and what ain't. And just going on like life as usual. Like this nigga ain't do 2 years worth of fuck shit. So I can't wait to see how this goes, because that's going to be the real tale. If we lost the plot with this hip-hop shit, and might start having to gatekeep the whole shit, even the goddamn reactors. But end of the day, it is what it is. It don't matter, man. Listen, I'm not here to say what to react to, what ain't. I don't care. I really don't care what y'all react to. End of the day, I'm just here just to keep it on some hip-hop shit, because ain't nobody else going to do it. This shit clearly a sneak diss. You don't bring up the Grammys when you and this man got friction and he just won 5 Grammys. You don't say, fuck them little sympathy Grammys. You don't do that. Even just if it's just the optics. Even if it's just the optics. You gotta be smarter than that. That's like saying even Adolf was heaven sent. We just jumped on La Russell with both feet for saying some shit that he meant it one way, but it ain't come out quite right. Well, I don't know why on God's earth you would be saying fuck them little sympathy Grammys and not expect somebody out here to say, this shit sound like a K-Dot diss. But it's not a diss. Because it's plausible deniability. Now, I can get people in my comments saying, it's really not, Charles. I think you're reaching. It's a whole lot of little, you can say the little things and say what you feel, but you can leave wiggle room for guys to come in and cerebrally do some Professor X shit. And by the time you finish thinking about it, the motherfuckers done made you realize, holy shit. It really was never what I thought it was. I misheard. Like some fucking, the Men in Black flashlight. They flash you and you fucking forgot what you was thinking about. So this is where we are. It feels like this right here, this verse is more projecting of his own feelings, but still trying to be hard, but still trying to tell you that I feel a way about getting canceled. I feel a way about why don't you guys like me no more? And the Grammys, he won them a long time ago. Why are you bringing up the sympathy Grammys? It don't make no sense unless Kendrick winning the Grammys triggered you. and you feel away. And you wanted to lash out, but not really lash out on the nigga. So now, the ones that needed to hear it, they know who you was talking about. And the ones that want to believe everything you say is pure and just and honest, they're going to get their fix too. So it is what it is. Great record. I have no problem. It's sonically, he's flowing his ass off. He's an MC's MC. But I do want to acknowledge that this, to me, we could chalk it up. It sounds like he's sneak dissing. Now, it is what it is. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm going to leave it at that, man. CLBMG. I'm out of here. Hey, listen, every Wednesday night, we go live on the What Show, me, TJ, and Fliz. Fliz probably going to tell me I'm reaching. TJ going to be like, I don't know. So we going to discuss this, though, on Wednesday night, 8:15, 9:15, 9:30, all my social media platforms. I already know where this conversation going to go. I'm probably going to be the only one saying that this is a sneak diss. But end of the day, if you want to believe whatever you want to believe, as an MC, I don't know no MC that wouldn't take this as one if they was the one that was just won those Grammys. I'm just going to be honest. But also, head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Let them know who sent you. And we got a new video. It's called Peanut Butter Tim's. Tap in, lock in, get in the comments. It's right on my page. Type in Peanut Butter Tim's. Me, TJ, and Flares. We barking on that. That's off the What Project. That's on all streaming platforms. I think it's 10 records, 13 records. I don't know, man. Lock in and spin that, man. Listen, I'm out of here. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high-quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.